back. Our bad, y'all. Episode 2, Curiosity Exchange. This is going to be the Ballad of the Missing Scientist.
Did you click streaming or recording?
Streaming.
Oh, snap. I can't see it. Wait, there it is. I think it popped up just now. I'm trying to see. I'm sorry, Chad. I know I'm ruining the immersion. That's my bad. That's my B.
All right, gang. Growing pains.
All right. I say we give it like a second or two. Let the ones that ran away come back.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Don't give me a sec to pull it up.
I can also check the audio for us real quick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do.
Why do we still have an echo? Did you turn off the desktop audio?
Doesn't sound echoey to me.
While I'm watching the stream.
You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the stream on the tablet next to me, and it sounds great.
Oh, okay. Let me definitely.
Yeah. Mic check. On my shit's like from the tablet I'm listening to. It shit sound buttery smooth, bro. Mic check. Oh yeah.
I'm so perplexed. I guess we're good. We're smooth. If it sounds good to you.
I mean, let me try it on the desktop real quick just to make sure. Yeah. Well, I guess I can't do that. That'll do some Inception type shit.
Inception type shit. True.
That would sound gravy. Let me check. I could check the phone real quick. Go ahead, say something for me.
Yeah. I got you. My fault. I just realized you was probably had that pulled up, so I figured I'd start saying something. You know.
Okay, yeah, it sounds great on the phone too.
Sounds great on the phone too.
Yeah, I think it might just be on your end right now.
Yeah, it got to be.
Okay. So, episode 2.
Yes, sir.
I think since it's been such a big story this week, we go ahead and just get right into it.
Yes, it is the name of the episode after all, right?
Right. So, what do you think about these missing scientists, my guy?
Brother. How many are we at right now? I think the going count by the time we dropped like the first episode, the pilot episode of Curiosity Exchange, it had to have been like 11 when we dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the newest ones. I heard about it. Like the most recent ones were 15 and 14. And 15 and 14 was a father and son duo, but I think we'll get down to those.
Yeah. Those are definitely new additions. I don't know enough about them. I know that they were involved in some pretty serious shit. But I haven't even seen enough info on them yet to really go. But
I completely agree.
Yeah. So okay. We got what appear to be 11 connected in some shape or form scientists. Very high-end fields of study. Either mysterious deaths or they're missing. I guess we just run down the list that we have right now.
One was missing and was found in a river or a lake, I think, like 3 days later. This stuff is insane.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's been insane because the sheer numbers that we're at right now is really why I think the mainstream media is being forced to talk about it right at this moment. But like the oddity in some of these cases, bro. Like I remember I seen one maybe towards the end of year, last year on Twitter, and
Hmm.
it in itself, without being a string of missing scientists, just by itself was such a strange case because at first it was being reported as a attempted robbery or armed robbery type deal, right?
Hmm.
And you think, okay, armed robberies happen and shit.
Yeah.
Then you see where this dude lives at, and it's a legit secluded compound out in like the Southwest desert, like miles away from
So
anything close. There would be no reason for just some regular random person to be out there doing shit. Right. Yeah.
so just in the middle of nowhere, chilling in his own little compound, right? Some
Yeah.
people's dreams, possibly people watching us, dream idea, right? Away
Right.
from the hard, like dealing with bullshit, right? Yeah, you got to work every day because you got
Mm-hmm.
to provide and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
But and then just have people show up to rob him. Like, what
Yeah.
does he have? What do you really think? Like, you're gonna steal like farm
Carjacking
equipment?
was the
You know,
yeah.
it was a carjacking.
It wasn't just a robbery. It was a carjacking. Is what it was reported as.
So the Kia boys are going to the middle of nowhere to
You know
steal
what
a
I'm
car.
saying? So just that in itself was crazy weird. I can't even say like coincidental. It was just like that's weird. That doesn't make a lot of sense. That just random robbery
That's
niggas is going out carjacking people in the desert type shit, right?
yeah, out of
Like
nowhere
nah.
too.
So
That
we
is
got that
wild.
one. We got if I remember correctly, one of these dudes was a school shooter and attempted like mass shooter at a college. I believe I want to say he was connected to MIT, some shit like that. Um,
Yeah.
and then another one of these dudes that was from a college that so the school shooter dude essentially had went to
Mm.
school and studied under this guy who was a professor at another school who was studying some
Yes.
shit that was about planetary defense and all that kind of stuff. What is bro's name? Got
Planetary
it right
defense.
over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was it Carl? I don't know if it was Carl or if it was Nuno. No, it was Nuno.
Nuno. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nuno.
who also was shot in a supposed attempted
Oh
carjacking type
snap!
scenario. Oh shit.
Ignore my camera chat.
Her. So
Keep talking though. I'm still here.
we got all these real suspicious scenarios with which these people were disappearing, and their fields of study alone, interesting enough. Like Nuno, when I heard about his case, I started following Twitter threads and shit.
Yeah, of course.
This dude, he wasn't into just high end fields of study, like physics and all kind of stuff, like legit shit. But he was theorizing things on his own, had his own YouTube channel and shit, and was putting out videos where he was
Yeah.
venturing into the idea of bringing to the mainstream things like the electric universe theory and all kinds of very fascinating things. Studying things that were seeming to confirm things like what our one of our favorite YouTubers at some weatherman, Space Weather News, you know what I mean? What he talks about
Oh
with the
yeah.
cyclical cataclysms and shit. Like very
Spaceball
fascinating
news.
things, right? So
All
like
right.
for him to just get killed in an attempted robbery alone, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. So all of these instances individually were strange enough. We got 11 of
Right.
them that are connected, bro.
Right.
Within
We got
what, three,
11.
four
Well,
years?
more than that. Yeah, 3 4 years. I think it's over a little bit longer of a time span because some of
So
them happen like precursors, but like yeah, 3 4 years. I think 11 running count, or I think we're almost at 15. Like I said.
yeah. So with the new recent three, essentially, it looks like a string of them. We got three on the list right now that were before 2025. So most of them were fairly recent in the scale of things, right? And the
Right.
first ones were Very fascinating. And we add her to the list because she is a hot topic right now, and she's directly connected with potentially what all of these people are involved in, and that's Amy
Amy
Eskridge.
Eskridge, yes sir,
Yeah, yeah.
yes sir,
And
absolutely. I believe it.
no,
I have a date. I believe it was June 11th. She died
yeah,
at 34.
yep.
2022 or 2023? 2022, I think.
Ruled a suicide, and she
Rolled a
was
suicide. Yep.
very vocal for shoot the I would say year at least before her suicide that she
Yeah,
was
I think
on
I.
the verge of disclosing and all of the you know what I
Mhm.
mean, like a lot of stuff. So
I actually seen a video earlier today, and it was of Amy. And it was her hands, and like from her wrist up, beet red,
oh yeah
right?
yeah yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because she was saying that while she was typing all this paperwork and stuff that she was doing during that year of prep and everything that you were talking
Yep.
about before she launched it, they were using like rays because her PC, she explained that her PC was completely delogged, didn't even have a Wi-Fi chip, not even a
Yep.
Bluetooth router in it. There's
Yep.
no way to get to that PC
Yeah,
to
they
read
couldn't
its
hack
knowledge,
into it. Mm-hmm.
but they were analyzing her hand movements, which if you look at like the stuff that we've been talking about with what's currently going on in the world, I don't necessarily want to do like that because I don't want to hit no one with doomism tonight. But literally, you look at, they found that soldier by his fucking heartbeat. You know what I mean? They mapped out the place,
Yep.
discovered where he was by his heartbeat, and you see this video of her 4 years ago now, five, four, almost five, right?
Oh
And she's
yeah.
showing the effects of that, right? And it's saying that they're reading what she's trying to type, and she's
Yeah.
even sitting there mimicking typing it,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Because she's not even trying to fucking do it anymore. Covers up her windows and covers up her door. The two main things is she was like, well, this would be thin enough to do it, and it lines up right. Suddenly, she's feeling better.
Yep. No, yeah.
Suddenly,
I
after
saw
those
that
two gaps,
video
she's
just a few
yeah,
days ago. You could clearly see the burns on her hands and shit like that.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Beat red.
and that technology, we know forms of it have existed in very like right now. This is not a conspiracy. They can literally 3D map the insides of our homes if we have Wi-Fi routers. Period. Easy.
Just from the signal and the way that it bounces, like what
Yep.
it inflects on.
Yep. So if they can already do that just with Wi-Fi signals, if they so desire, not implying that they do, we know they do, but you know, just we
Mm-hmm.
know that that is a possibility for them to do. Yeah, it's not hard for me to believe that they were like people want to call people like that schizos, but she's not out here talking about seeing shadow people coming out the walls and you know eating kids. She's talking about
Mm-hmm.
disclosing some real serious information and getting gang stalked by the government type shit. And
Literally,
people want to ostracize that.
and it's from being knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was in a position where she could be like, well, no, this technology is 100% going to be used for this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
what do
He's
you
like, oh,
you know what I
this
mean?
technology that's been speculated in conspiracy circles. I know the science behind that. Yes, that's a real thing. Here's how it
You
works.
know,
That's the type of shit she was on, bro.
and
Anti
wasn't it like
gravity
an
shit.
inverse? It was like an inverse of Bob Lazar's, right? His whole idea of what the anti gravity vehicles would be like.
Uh, essentially,
Or was that
there was that's a little bit more recent, but yes, there was
okay?
evidence that she was in communications with somebody else whom actually just posted on Twitter within the last week.
Mm,
And then deleted all those. Thankfully, I screen grabbed them. So I do have them. I think they're on my phone right now, though, so I don't have them readily available. But probably get them for some shorts. That would be perfect because this information is very. But anyway, bro, like, yeah, that's what he was saying in this was essentially everything that Bob Lazar has been putting out there is
mm-hmm.
the exact opposite, inverse of how the anti-grav technology speaks of actually works. And they were able to essentially figure that out by seeing what he said, doing some research and shit, and they were like, oh, so this was essentially deflection type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So yeah,
Mm,
she was heavily involved in that shit. She in you know the COVID era,
Indeed.
was openly speaking about all of the things that viewers are getting privy to nowadays with these congressional hearings and people like David Grush and all of that. She was one of the people that was getting ostracized for saying those things. Okay.
Right.
And then we have 2023, Michael David Hicks,
Hmm.
NASA JPL scientist. His field of study was Comet's asteroid. Died.
Yes. Yes. Which is crazy because okay, so tying that into that, right? So now we have a scientist who went missing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because she was trying to unveil the technology of UAPs, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what she was saying, right? Is
Yeah.
how we're going to create UAPs or how we're going to like reverse engineer yada yada. We didn't reverse
Oh yeah.
engineer shit. Um, but David Hicks passes, right? And like you were saying, he's studying comets and stuff in our solar system. Well, our fucking solar system, I don't know if anyone's heard, it is not quiet right now.
No.
It is a very loud solar system.
We are at best going through some sort of unknown debris field in time that we didn't
Yes.
going to go through. It's throwing NASA and all of the other space agencies that study this shit
Mhm.
a big loop. They don't know what the fuck is going on. It's at least right now, just with if we take the meteor sightings, the fireball sightings and shit like that,
Yes.
double.
Oh, the reverse meteors?
And then that's what I
Okay.
was going to say. We got
You know,
double the
just a
sightings.
second.
Now we're having reverse meteors and shit.
Yes, that's what I want to say. I think the reverse meteors is going to be the first video. Before we leave the Manor Boys and we go to the twin podiums, so we can start showing you guys a little bit of content and whatnot. Uh, I'm going to go ahead and just read off some of the names.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like we were saying, we got Michael David Hicks and we got Amy Eskridge, obviously. We
Yep.
wanted to start with those two guys, just to give you a little settling in, right? We also have Frank Malwald, right? He was another NASA scientist. Anthony Chavez, can't remember him right now. Monica Reza, Melissa Cassie, I believe. Steven Garcia, uh, Nuno Larrero, that we were talking about. Jason Thomas, Carl Grilmar,
Mm-hmm.
and Neil Maskaland. We also got a couple other ones, but we're going to leave those out because there's some little bit of hotter topics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But right now, let's talk about these fucking reverse meteors. Like, what?
Yeah. So along with all these missing scientists, and I suppose before we can let's so
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
the fields of studies for them. We got Frank
Yes.
Maywald. He is a NASA JPL principal researcher, cryogenics and imaging. Okay. Anthony
Cryogenics and
Chavez
imaging.
is Los Alamos National Lab. We all know what Los Alamos does. Okay. We
Type
got
shit. Yeah.
Monica Reza. She was another NASA JPL aerospace engineer. Her specialization was materials and rockets. Okay. And she's the
So
one
that's
that was,
three.
she was the one that was like 40 fucking meters or feet away from the person that she was hiking with when she disappeared.
Wait, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. In the
Yeah,
middle of the
that's
woods, right?
in the mid. Yeah, they're just
Mm-hmm.
on a hiking path. She's with somebody. So they could turn around and she's gone type shit. So
Yeah, which is just astonishing.
astonishing, baffling. Like what? So
How does that
yeah,
even happen? You're
yeah. How
30
does that
feet away.
happen, right?
Your
Um.
shout, your earshot.
Mm-hmm. So that means it was silent, bro. But anyway, we got Melissa Cassius. She's a Los Alamos admin. All right. Then we got Steven Garcia, nuclear weapons contractor. He was out of KC. Um, Nuno, we talked
Yes.
about him. His field of research was nuclear plasma. He was a physicist.
Mm-hmm.
He studied at MIT, professor at
What
MIT.
the fuck do you need nuclear plasma for?
you know, but so that's where we're gonna go. That's why I'm listing off what they do, right? So Jason
Yeah,
Thomas,
I know. I'm
weirdly
just
enough,
reacting.
pharma researcher,
Pharma?
pharma.
Oh, pharma. Wait, like big. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Body
Remember,
found.
don't take
Apparently,
Tylenol.
no foul play. Don't. Yeah. I mean, or do get yourself rank one kids
You
in
might get Andy Warhol.
esports. But anyway, um, and Carl, he was a Caltech astrophysicist. And then we got Neil McKay,
Carl,
retired Air Force. Okay. So,
retired Air Force.
as we're talking about these meteors, let's suppose we could Twitter up real quick, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Go show our people some of this insane videos.
Oh yeah.
Got to
Okay.
use our handy dandy assistant here.
You know, it's a lot easier than scouring Twitter ourselves. Um, so we've got
All
dozens
right, we
and dozens of
gotta
them.
change it to twin podiums though.
Yes, let's pop over. Boom. Oh yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Boom. Big old flow tap head in a building, bro. No. Okay, so daily lesson. There we go. And that is Discord right now. We need. Essentially. We gonna see. Indeed. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. Yep, yep. Okay. I think so. I think so. Yeah. I think we're gonna reference our boy Yemez's video real quick. Right? Super dope. All right. Not the order. here. I think this is one of our upside down fireballs. Yeah. Right? So, we got all kind of anomalous shit going on right now with our wonderful space weather. We've got an angry sun right now, and we've got this weird extra long orbit comet Pan-STARRS. All this happens to be going on at the same time as scientists are disappearing, right? Now, that in itself, yeah. Well, what mhm. That's fair. That's fair. But before we jump too far into that kind of speculation, we should probably also mention we're not the only ones that are dealing with this kind of problem right now. Nah. So at the same time as, go ahead. Oh, the meteorites, that's going on everywhere. That's global. That's a global phenomenon right now. So we're definitely not the only ones dealing with that. We are not the only ones dealing with dead scientists right now. So it appears that within the same time frame as our notable missing scientists, we also have, or missing or dead scientists, we have 9 Chinese scientists. Yes, that have also disappeared. Oh, your audio's not working? Okay, okay. We can get that fixed right now. Excellent catch. Okay.
How about now? Can you hear me, Ty?
Go ahead and say something else. You should be good.
I'm still here talking. You
Okay,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yep.
I'm back in action. My bad. My bad. Sorry, chat. I said so many words.
So many good words too. So many good words.
Tragic. Anyways, back to the point. So these reverse meteors are insane.
Yeah,
And we're talking about a different. You're saying another country has been impacted by these lost scientists that we have.
correct.
We're gonna take it from there.
So, same time frame that we've been dealing with this, there are 9 missing scientists from China, missing or dead,
9.
just like ours.
Okay. So what are they like? I'm sure that they're not the same type of scientists, right? There got to be something else. Like maybe they're like weapons manufacturing, which would be close, but that's not really on it. Something like that.
Well, here's the thing.
Hmm.
They happen to have a few overlapping fields of study. So,
Okay.
the strongest matches for overlap are going to be hypersonics, advanced propulsion and materials, space defense, early warning, planetary tech, military AI and simulation systems, and
Mm.
nuclear and high end defense tech.
Wow.
Indeed.
So
So,
9 scientists on possibly the more critical portion of like the planetary defense thing, right?
Mhm, mhm.
With machine from China as well, on top of like the 11 that we're talking about tonight for sure, the 12, and like up to 15 that we've lost. Is that the same
Yes.
time as us? Has it been
S-
recent like us?
Same, same time frame. All of these
Oh
from
man.
America and China are from 2023 or beyond,
Mm. So this is recent years.
recent years.
You said
So
there's 9 of them.
9 of them. Yeah.
Hmm.
So and in everything that I've looked up about it doesn't seem to be affecting any other countries right now. At least none that are reporting it or anything super suspicious in that.
So not to phrase it this way, but like the two major superpowers on either side of the world right now are losing critical planetary defense scientists,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
and no one else is in like, because if you think about it, when it comes to stuff like that, China is always like our biggest competitor minus like Russia, right?
That's what
When it comes to
Russia's.
like,
Yeah, no disrespect to
yay,
Russia. They have a strong military, but their
it's
advanced
China.
space. Yeah, it's China.
Yeah,
It's
China
China and
Taiwan
us.
situation, chips, that type of tech, right?
Yep,
It would make sense that they would be learning at the same, like around the same tier. And then what if this is global?
indeed. So then that leads us to what do we think this shit is all about?
True,
A
true.
couple of running theories that are going right now. A lot of them that are super crazy and corny to me. I'm not gonna mention any of those, but
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the most plausible ones, the one that is being pushed into the mainstream narrative, at least, that most people would be comfortable with subscribing to. Superpowers are going to war with each other, taking out each other's scientists.
True,
You know,
I can see that.
sure, that seems like a practical idea, right? Makes sense.
Yes.
And then you think about logistically how realistic that is. It's doable, but it's a lot more likely that if some shit like that was going on, it would be
Mm-hmm.
done internally rather than externally. Like
Yeah.
I don't see maybe China gets enough agents like spies or whatever kind of shit you want to say to come in here and take out a couple key scientists.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's really superpowers going to war, once a few of them get clipped and they're in those types of fields, you would think
Yeah.
with the way our shit is set up and the way China's shit is set up, that's gonna send red flags. And the rest of the scientists gonna be protected. There's more scrutiny going on and shit. Like if it's really
But
superpowers
you'd think
going
at like
against
2 or
each other,
3, they would try to protect their assets.
you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, okay, wait, it's a couple of these niggas and they all in overlapping fields. We got to see what's going on because these dudes are important to us, right? You would so, and that's not the energy that's happening right now.
No, it's almost like, because it's been talked to our Congress at least. We can't necessarily tell for China because we know how China is. But
Mm-hmm.
we've been asking this question, like, hey, are you guys going to research this? We've been asking this since like 8.
Oh, you saw what Trump said
And
on
now, yeah,
it? They asked him directly about it. And he was like, yeah, no, that's crazy. It's just probably just a coincidence.
it's got to be.
Essentially.
This only thing makes sense.
Yeah. He was like, I
Yeah,
don't even
it's
know.
a
You
very
know,
big
it's
coincidence.
very big coincidence. I don't know so
There's a lot of different
it,
sciences, a lot of very similar. It's wild.
and then you got to think about some shit like we know we can assume China over there doing China shit.
China always knows some
From
crazy
what we
shit.
think about China, they the type of motherfuckers that would kidnap some scientists and be like, look, y'all niggas work for us now.
Type shit. But at the same time, too, I feel like if like China had like UFOs, they'd be flexing.
Sure, sure.
like the parades
which
and everything that they do with like their military strength and all that. It's like I feel like
hmm
what I mean. Like if they had something like that, low floating, hovering behind one of the tanks. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, and that's my point. Like, and I didn't mean snatch scientists from us. I meant like they're the type of government that would definitely, if they identified a citizen that was in their country of China, right, the CCP, they would snatch him up from his home and he would become property of the government. Like, nigga, you work for us now. Like, if you're happy about
100%.
it, we gonna make you happy. But if not, you still gonna work for us, and that's had to deal with it type shit, right?
Yeah, get with it or
Well,
get lost.
why would we think that our government would be above that?
Yeah, yeah.
And then that kind of leads me to think like, why would they do that? Like,
What are they
is it
researching on or
because
looking into?
of one of the countries? Is it something like the orbs that we were dealing with last year, right? Is that China flexing on us? Like you said, these niggas get some
We love
scientists
wage
that
slaves.
crack.
Yeah, type
Yeah,
shit.
and
Yeah.
then they
Shout
like,
out.
okay,
What was
let's
that? VRG. I'm gonna cook that name.
same.
I'm gonna be 100. But
Yeah.
yeah, we love wage slaves. That's true as heck. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Is that my guy Dawson? What's up? But yes, yes. So it's one of those scenarios where you really gotta kind of wonder what it is that like. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe our
Mhm.
government's like, okay, we gotta snatch up our scientists in these fields because a these niggas putting public information out there and they're working on the same type of breakthrough tech that China is using right now against us and flexing.
Yeah,
And our citizens are on Twitter talking about these orbs that they're seeing and all this shit, right? So now we our government's got to go snatch these niggas up, snatch and snatch. Yo, y'all got to work
got
for us. Here's we. Is it something like that, or is it something even scarier? Nigga? Is it something like?
to. Yeah.
Is it some sort of threat involving the multitude of these people's fields that they needed to try to snatch these niggas to come together? Like, hey, we gonna need y'all to work this shit out, or we're toast.
And we need y'all out of publicity. These scientists are
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I don't know, man. They might be crazy good.
That's a lot of times what it takes to make breakthroughs in a lot of fields. You gotta be a little. You gotta
And
be. I think it was
which this is
in
scary
line
because what you
between
just
genius
described
and
to me,
insanity. But go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, thin line between genius and sanity.
Mhm.
But the thing you described too is the three body problem, brother.
Essentially.
Which the three body problem, right? To my understanding, what the three body problem is, that is what say the superior, like the people who knew what like really was about to happen, right? Whether it be like someone's about to invade the world, what's going to happen, and everything like that. But they get given a problem, right? It gets pushed around the entire world, right? And the ongoing one, the most popular one, which I think is from a series on Netflix, right? Is there's three suns in a solar system, right? And it's up to someone to decide what, using physics, right? Understanding the quantum physics of all that, where would you find, say, the Goldilocks zone of our Earth? Like how our Earth orbits our sun to inhabit life at like a proper way. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the thing is with that problem is that once they get close enough to the point where they're solving it, that group or entity or whatever caused for that question to be put out takes those scientists as if they're too close to understanding, and it's up to interpretation whether that means that they're scared of what they learned, right? Or if they needed them to, like you were saying, defend against something.
Sure.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. 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 So it's one of those situations, man, where it could be a variety of different things. I don't think any of them are super great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
some of the some of the more scary ones, unfortunately, that I'm a little bit worried about are ones that involve solar system itself and potential geomagnetic events, cycles that our system may go through, perhaps something to do with this debris field that we're in now, events like comet pan stars, right? And
Yes.
its tail that could cause us some problems here on Earth. Thankfully, it's out of 1%, less type shit. But
You know, the 1% in this universe, bro.
the
That's a high percent.
I think the darkest idea of all that I fear is, say they are collecting these. What if it's on some did you ever see the movie Greenland?
I don't think I have. I don't think I've seen Greenland.
It was like a it was like a cheesy apocalypse. It was all right. It wasn't super cheesy, but it was like an apocalypse style movie and shit,
Pull up a
right?
picture of Greenland. Let me see what Greenland looks
I
like.
got you. I got you. I got you.
What does Greenland look like?
We'll pop the trailer up real quick.
So this is Greenland.
Greenland.
The only thing people want to talk about today is this Clark, this interstellar comet.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, big news.
What?
I don't see Clark.
Maybe he's still sleeping.
Dad.
Some of Clark's larger fragments are now expected to enter our atmosphere.
That's right, and now they're just
What are they saying?
More of the same.
it's gonna make a heck of a show.
And we were just talking last episode about how they put stuff in
Where are they
media.
going?
I don't know.
How they put stuff in media.
When the first chunk's about to hit,
Hit?
only part of it, it's going in the ocean.
Would you look at that?
It's going in the ocean.
Wait, where's the explosion?
Oh shit, this guy Dawson got a question for us after. Damn!
We now are getting word that the fragment has hit Central Florida.
Oh my god.
Wait, are some more pieces gonna hit?
Come on, let's go.
But the sky's on fire.
2 days. They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killers.
Space agencies are predicting an extinction level event.
We're gonna be together, all right, kiddo? We're just trying to get to safety.
Level event.
We're gonna be together.
Go ahead and stop it there. We don't need to watch the whole trailer type shit.
Yeah.
If y'all interested, you can go ahead and see it. It's a good movie. It's solid, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the whole concept is this dude is, I can't remember if he's some sort of scientist, geologist, some shit like
Yeah.
that. He's got a specialty. Him and his family get do you remember when the tornado warning happened just a few days ago here and we got our notifications on our phone? He's with a
Mhm.
group of people right after that first impact and he gets a notification on his phone. Don't nobody else get one. It's like, hey, we gonna need you to go to this army base and that's it. Just bring your family. Can't bring nobody else with you.
Right.
It's the government calling in people of specialties, right?
Yeah.
Now,
This guy
of course,
Dawson
that's
said he watched it. It's not too terrible.
no, it's not too bad. I watched the sequel of it too. It's solid. It really is. It's a fun movie. I do recommend watching it for sure. And Dawson, we have not discussed childhood nightmares yet, but that is a topic
Closest we
that
got-
we are definitely going to get into.
Last podcast though, we did talk about creepypastas entering like
Yeah.
media and stuff, which is
Yeah,
which
we
is
did.
kind of like a childhood nightmare if you look at it. So feel free to watch that.
Hey, that shit can lead to the childhood nightmares for sure.
Type shit.
You know.
But back to this
But back-
movie
so,
depicting
yeah.
government acquiring scientists.
Yes. Because they were going to stash them in an underground bunker in, of course, Greenland, because that's the title of the movie.
Yes.
And that's where they would be safe. And then, of course, when things were inhabitable on the surface again, they go back out and help rebirth humanity, civilization. Right? We
Mhm.
know for sure. I believe in Greenland right now. Let me see
Mhm.
that they have a seed bank.
Yes. I believe it's like this big monolith structure, right? That's like goes into the snow and ice.
Yeah. Svalbard. So is it in Sweden then? Regardless, we know that they have seed vaults. We know that they have, at least here, many underground civilizations, or not civilizations,
Bunkers.
bunkers capable of sustaining small pocket civilizations, some up to 10,000 people.
Right.
Shit, we know in the Ozarks they got tunnels where they just got groceries stashed for for miles underground and shit, right? So
We got literal Fallout that they make us play, that they get us to play.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to
Yeah.
me, like,
And they were saying that they could do that in the 70s in that game.
I worry about that. That's my fear when things like this start happening, especially with these particular fields, is that it's either A, trying to cover up some information about an event like that that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
B, you try to collect these niggas because they know that it's coming and there's nothing that can be done about it, and they're trying to ensure, a restart, or both. And the more we learn these days, and as as we gonna get into here on the Curiosity Exchange, like, there's a lot of actual science behind the idea of cyclical cataclysm that happen, and we are currently within that time of change. We
The
happen to
time
be
frame.
right time frame. They happen roughly every 12,000 years,
Mm-hmm.
and there are smaller mini cataclysms that happen every 6,000 years
Right.
on record. Like, they're in the geological evidence, the ice core samples, all that kind of shit. And we're at that point for another one. Now, when you factor in things like the Mayan calendar long count and it's
Mm-hmm.
ending in 2012, a lot of people freaked out, thought that was the end of the world. Conspiracy theorists ran with it and shit like that, like the fringe conspiracy. Not that there's anything wrong with it being. It's some cult type people out there, and they were doomsday culting that shit hard, not understanding that
Wait,
their
someone
interpretation.
deleted by a moderator, 2042.
What?
I just read in chat. They deleted my
Who
message.
in the fuck is they?
What moderator in the chat would
I
delete
don't even
someone's
have a
message?
fucking moderator. What is this shit? What?
Schizos. What the heck?
What in the fuck?
I saw like his message for like half a second.
What was it?
It involved 2042, but it said something else along with it.
Yo, hold
How
on.
is our Why is our chat doing
Shoot
that?
me what you're saying
On Discord, yeah.
Discord.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
I'm not in
That's
my
so
Discord right now, buddy. I'm in a separate Discord. But you can hop in over when we're done with the podcast. Type at me what you're saying though. I'm trying to see what's getting blocked in the kick chat. Because that's crazy.
yeah. This is a wild time for this to happen. Like,
Right. Feel like you might have said some important shit, bro.
yeah.
I don't even have a moderator in my shit, fam.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's like some kick auto moderating that shit. Oh.
what was it?
He's saying that he knows a couple of schizos who said they believe the resets in 2042, and he said he's had episodes involving media.
Mm.
Interesting.
That's going to lead even further in. Yeah, yeah. Because like earlier in this stream, we were talking about the reverse meteors and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But back to these cyclical cataclysmic events.
Right, right. So
Right.
that's it for me. Like, that's kind of where I'm worried that this shit is leading to ultimately. Some sort of thing like that these dudes are both getting disappeared and or killed off for.
Being recruited,
disappeared. Yeah, that's what I mean by disappeared. They're getting recruited. Like homegirl that just disappeared while she, bro, they snatched her.
Yeah, it's not sure
she,
for
she
sure.
gone to a program for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gotta be.
The dudes that got killed, they probably were approached and they was like, nah, type shit. And then in Nuno's example, right? Because he was already posting YouTube videos and explaining science that these niggas don't want people knowing about. They were like, okay, he already said no to us and he's doing shit like this, like he got to go. So
100%.
That's what worries me.
I completely because that's terrifying. You know what I mean? Because what really is the evasion method on that? You know what I mean? Like, even if you are in one of those bunkers, you might even get caught by one. Then they have a giant meteor crate, supposedly from the one that killed the dinosaurs. Yeah, the giant crater on the map where people think the impact from the meteorite that took out the dinosaurs. Which means that we even have, like, geological proof of that. We know, like, at some point there's going to be super active, which on that note, we do already know that there's a layer of space debris, like rocks and stuff, that during our orbit, let's say this is the sun, we orbit, right? And we go through that. We go through the layers of rocks. And that already is like, we get lucky every time we go through it.
Oh, yeah. We go through for a meteor stream twice a year. But on top of that, we're currently passing through, like you were saying, the galactic plane sheet. It's not an all the time thing. That might be this bonus debris field going through right now. And that's a problem. Because when you look at the surface of the moon type shit, right?
100%.
Like,
you could tell that thing's been fucking geeked. You know what I mean?
It's insane. It's pocked with impacts. You know what I'm saying? Just everywhere. So the fact that that's close to us, bro. The fact that we're not getting pocked like that on a daily basis is a miracle unto itself.
Yeah, which, there's a couple of them, right? Smaller debris, not all the craters on the moon are super massive, technically.
No.
You know what I mean? But, like, so our atmosphere does eat up a couple of those. But, like, the fact that we haven't been hit by, the meteorite yet,
right.
It's luck. It's luck almost.
And somehow, just within the last 3 or 4 years, I believe it is, NASA and the people that study the sky, space, they discovered that there are what they call, I don't think they're rogue. They're I don't know if they give them any special name. They're just meteors that were hiding behind the sun that we couldn't see on our equipment.
Dark side of the sun meteors.
Yeah. Shit, that's just
could be going this way while we're going this way, and then
surprise we hear
like a car 98 over the top in Bloodstrike. Catch our Bloodstrike names. Anyways,
shout out Bloodstrike. But no, so we might be in for a really interesting next 5-10 years. Dawson isn't the only one that's heard about that 2042 shit. Like, that's heard that multiple times on Twitter and shit like that from fairly reputable sources, bro. Like, we're in a period of some kind of change right now, and I imagine it. I mean, yeah,
I
I
would
do believe
assume
it
because it
does.
has an electromagnetic sphere, and that's what
Mhm.
generates our spin during our orbit. So I would assume
And
it would have one, and it would have to spin too.
I believe it's something that we monitor on. Is it Soho that monitors this? But yeah,
I think
you
so.
can. I mean, that's a whole different episode, really. But
Hmm.
if
That's a whole nother
you
topic.
if you trust what they say, then yeah, we have monitors that are pointed at it all the time. We monitor sunspots and things like that, and the sun definitely rotates. Sure, as do we.
Yeah.
You know, we're both rotating at the same time. It's not like it's fixed. The only
Hmm.
one that's weirdly fixed like that for some reason is our moon, which will probably be another whole episode in and of itself. The anomalies that are around that thing, it's insane. But yeah, as far as these scientists go, I don't think this is something that's really going to end anytime soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about this
Oh,
again here in the next couple months because a handful more of them
hmm.
have passed away. So,
I'm sure our next update's going to be at 20 plus.
hmm certainly.
Hmm. Oh, is there anything else that you want to cover tonight?
Yeah, around the scientists and shit, man.
Hmm.
Not a whole lot.
Oh, you know who we haven't talked about yet?
Hmm.
The big man of the hour, David Wilcox.
Oh, oh. I suppose we did forget to
We
talk about that. Yeah, big man of the hour. So, for those that don't know, David Wilcox, somebody who's been with most of us in the conspiracy weird world, in the form of ancient aliens at the very least, but also from the Gaia Network, countless YouTube conspiracy documentaries, things like this. Uh,
hmm.
he has passed. He apparently shot himself outside of his home while he was on the phone with the police.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of controversy around this one. He had
Hmm.
declared himself somebody that wasn't going to kill himself. He
2
just
days
done a
before.
stream, yeah. Um, so you know,
Hmm.
supposedly the police have released the 911 call and transcript of essentially what happened. It sounds like he really did.
Yep.
Um, so what do
He
we
could
think
have
of
been,
that?
you know, he could have been forced and everything. So, plus a big highlight of it too is that he worked on Ancient Aliens and everything like that, right? But he was also 100% against the scientists. You know what I mean? And he called out a lot of very, very big entities in the world. And he was very confident. He had fear of the end times being soon. He was telling people like this is idiotic. I don't know why we're doing this. You know what I mean? And it's startling because he was on Ancient Aliens.
Yeah,
Anyone who's in the conspiracy side of things, or anyone who actually like pays attention to these other sides of stuff, they've seen Ancient Aliens. You know what I mean? Whether your
oh
dad
yeah,
watched it when you were growing up or something like that, or you watched it personally. And so he had a lot of voice. He was a very outspoken, loud person. So for him to like declare that, he wasn't, and then how is, because the narrative too with him committing suicide is that he was like hard on money, this, that, and the other. Really? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not discrediting that. That makes sense. That's a plausible reason, is
that's
not
why
being
it's
able to cope with what
discussable
you're going through.
because so here's where things get rough, right? He
Hmm.
did go through a little bit of a dark period where he was doing a lot of shit with Gaia and broke off on this series called the SSP Secret Space Program, right? And there was a whole fucking narrative that was put forth about this shit, that our government has been involved in a secret space program since the Apollo missions, that we never stopped going to the moon. We built bases up there, made deals with aliens and shit to get alien tech, and have been essentially traversing our solar system with advanced spaceships for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Funny enough, there is a notable fella. I can't think of his name. Let me find his name real quick. Who hacked Gary McKinnon.
Yeah, Gary McKinnon.
Yeah. Okay. So Gary, in his hacks of NASA and the US military, he supposedly found and released online documents detailing ship names, rankings, captains, and crew members and shit of these off-world space vehicles, fleets and shit.
Right. Which I've
So
heard he did
there,
casually.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there is interesting stuff around that. Something worth looking into. However, David got involved with a gentleman named Corey Good. And I don't ever remember if he made any appearances on Ancient Aliens or not. I remember watching quite a few videos of his because I was a fan of, and not his specifically, but him and David Wilcox. Um, he wove David this narrative like he was okay, so he described himself as a whistleblower that was directly involved with the secret space program. He got recruited at a certain age, blah blah blah, and fed David a whole bunch of confirmed bullshit.
Right.
Fed him other whistleblowers and shit, like damaged the fuck out of his credibility. Okay. That kind of led to him he wasn't ever a grifter, but taking the grifter route. Do you understand what I mean? Like he was trying to make ends meet for a little while.
So he was saying what he needed to say.
Saying what he needed to say, type shit. You've heard of Billy Carson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar to Billy Carson. Billy Carson's had some great information over the years. He went down the grifter rabbit hole a little bit because money. That's just the world that we live in, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
It did lead to him getting himself close to like $1 million in debt. His wife divorced him and shit like that. It was so over the last couple of years, he's been going through things that would lead to potentially a suicide. It was not unreasonable to say he really did it. What I wonder is if this isn't something similar to like what happened to Alex Jones when he was fed the misinformation about Sandy Hook and used as a scapegoat. If somebody like a Corey Good wasn't put into David's life intentionally to discredit him and send him down this path of ruin, right?
True.
Because that's how, at the very least, our guys, our government guys, that's how our alphabet agencies work. They will do that to somebody. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't
100%.
realize, little side note, but before MLK got smoked, the feds had a whole ass file on him about him cheating on his wife. They was setting him up with hookers and shit like that, trying to expose and ruin him before he got killed. So
Mhm.
like we know our government does that kind of shit, right? They will ruin them up. And yeah, I kind of lean towards, unfortunately, his suicide being a real thing, but it being a result of him getting manipulated.
I could agree with that. Just to get him to not be listened to enough. Because
That's it.
who can say that they heard the podcast about the podcast before he died?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then maybe that podcast was his realization, I'm not going to reach enough people in time, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's their fault. Like, there's nothing else I can do. So I might as well make as big of a spectacle, you know, like a martyr almost. Like maybe he was like the martyr scientist. Like he realized what was going on with all the other scientists. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whole
Maybe
world's
this
in
gonna get
pressure.
people to see my shit, man. Like I gotta get this message out there. That's how virality works in this world, type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, let's be real. That's what got his name popping back. I ain't heard about bro in years. Like every once
Yeah.
in a while, you'll see a clip of his on like a reels or some shit like that. If you got conspiracies on your algorithm, but he ain't been in the zeitgeist.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy
caveat,
things.
it is said that he did tell the officers, or no, the on the 911 call, he was reportedly said, I tell the officer or tell them I'm sorry they have to deal with this or some shit like
Mhm.
that. Essentially apologizing for what he's gonna have to traumatize them with, seeing somebody shoot themselves in the head type shit.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even up to that. Like he was still cognizant about it. Like, yeah, this is one of the things I got to do, type shit.
Mm.
Oh,
It's a crazy world.
ain't it though?
Like a crazy exchange.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think there's any other points we really wanted to touch on.
No, man. I think that about covered what we got for the scientists tonight. Cause
Yeah. And then obviously at Curiosity Exchange, we always support it. Go do your own research, guys. Go
oh
look
yeah,
into this. Go check this out. Go find out about this. Go get educated. Go learn.
indeed. I'm sure some of these names will come up down the road in some more focused episodes. Cause like
Yes, sir.
this is really just scratching the surface on each of their individual fields of study. So, like my man Doc
And
was saying, like you go down these rabbit holes yourself, do some exploring.
oh yeah, I agree. Um, well, that has been the Ballad of the Scientist for Curiosity Exchange 2, Flotep. As always, it's an honor co-hosting the show with you.
Indeed. I'll catch you next week, Doc Kev.
I will
And
catch you
you
as
as
well,
well,
brother.
viewers. Later.
Be safe.